king God named before he was born. The story of Cyrus the Great. Imagine being named in a book over 100 years before you were even born. This is the story of Cyrus the Great, a powerful ruler, a conqueror of nations, and a man God called my shepherd in Book of Isaiah, chapter 45. But Cyrus did not grow up knowing the God of Israel. He was not born a Hebrew. He was born a Persian prince. And his story begins long before he wore a crown. A prince with a purpose. Cyrus was born around 600 BC in Persia, in what is today modern-day Iran. His father was a king of a small region called Anshan. As a boy, Cyrus likely learned warfare, leadership, and the politics of survival in a world filled with powerful empires. At that time, the world was ruled by giants, especially Babylon. The Jewish people had been captured and taken into exile in Babylon decades earlier after Jerusalem was destroyed. They were far from home, discouraged, and wondering if God had forgotten them. But God had not forgotten. Long before Cyrus rose to power, the prophet Isaiah wrote these words, "I call you by your name, Cyrus, though you do not know me." Isaiah 45. Think about that. God named him before he was born. The rise of a conqueror. Cyrus grew into a bold and strategic leader. Around 550 BC, he overthrew the Median Empire and united the Medes and Persians. One by one, nations fell under his leadership. But unlike many conquerors, Cyrus had a different style. He showed mercy. He allowed captured people to keep their customs and religions. Instead of crushing cultures, he restored them. In 539 BC, Cyrus did the unthinkable. He conquered mighty Babylon. According to history, his army entered the city without a long, bloody siege. The great empire fell almost overnight. Now imagine this moment. Some Jewish elders, familiar with the writings of Isaiah and the prophecies recorded in the book of Daniel, may have shown Cyrus something astonishing.
Let it be inscribed upon your hearts.
Written in their sacred scrolls. Daniel, who served in royal courts, had written about kingdoms rising and falling. He described the shift from Babylon to a new empire, the Medes and Persians. And now, here stood the man leading that empire. A king reading that he had been chosen by a god he did not even worship. How would that change a man? The turning point. A decree that changed history. Soon after conquering Babylon, Cyrus made a shocking announcement. He issued a decree allowing the Jewish people to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. After 70 long years of exile, they could finally go home. The temple would rise again. Isaiah had written that Cyrus would say of Jerusalem, "Let it be rebuilt." And that is exactly what happened. Cyrus, a pagan king, became an instrument in God's plan. The lessons of a named king. Cyrus did not start as a worshipper of the God of Israel. He was not raised in the covenant. He did not grow up reading the law of Moses. But God still used him. Isaiah 45 says, "God opened doors before him, leveled mountains, and broke down gates of bronze." Why? To show you that I am the Lord. The story of Cyrus reminds us of something powerful. God's plans are bigger than borders, bigger than nations, bigger than backgrounds. Sometimes God calls people who do not even know they are being called. A young Persian prince became a world ruler. A world ruler became a tool in divine prophecy. And a broken nation found hope again.
The sacred decree of the
Cyrus
heavens.
ruled for
Let it
many
be
years
inscribed upon
and
your
built
hearts.
one of the greatest empires of the ancient world.
The time has come to secure our realm's destiny.
But his greatest
None
legacy
shall defy the
may
king's
not
will.
be his military victories. It may be that he fulfilled a prophecy written generations before him, proving that history is not random. There is a bigger author behind the story, and sometimes he writes names in the margins long before the world ever hears them. If God could name a king before he was born and use him to restore a nation, Imagine what purpose may already be written over your life. The story of Cyrus is not just ancient history. It is a reminder that no life is outside the reach of divine purpose. And sometimes destiny begins long before we understand it.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.